Respect Mirko's opinion. Respect everyone's opinion. I respect Mirko's opinion, but of course, I'm rooting for Philippines. And hopefully Blacklist win the gold for the country. And Mirko will say after SEA Games.
PH lang malakas. Sway! Let's just talk about Philippines first, okay guys? Let's talk about Philippines. Now, Philippines. For me, if you guys have seen the talent prediction, I put Philippines as the second, as the silver medalist on my prediction. Now I'm gonna explain to you guys why I think that. I feel like Philippines, they're using the Blacklist squad, right? The thing is, two of their members, Venus and Wise, they're amazing. Fucking maybe if they win SEA Games, if they get the gold medals, they're like definitely a contender for GOAT, if not just GOAT. You know, they might just be the GOAT after SEA Games if they win it all. But I feel like staying active is so important in competitive esports. You need to stay active. And the thing is, sure, they have most probably been active in scrims. There's no way they are not active in scrims. There's no way they don't play the game. Obviously, they play the game. Obviously, they put in so much work to get into this, to get to qualify and to, represent Philippines. But I feel like, again, didn't play in the MPL. And this might be something that gives the edge over to other countries with, you know, more active players, I feel like, you know? You know, that might be it's a double-edged sword when you think about it. It's a double-edged sword, right? Because in one side, one perspective, you can say that, oh yeah, they might not be as active as the other players. They're not as maybe, you know, I don't know, how do I say it, how do I word it? Maybe we're not as sharp as the other players. We're kind of blunt right now, maybe, right? Or it could be like a fresh start for them. Maybe the other players are burnt out. You know, Indonesia, they've been playing. Malaysia, they've been playing MPL. They've been playing everything up to this point. So they've been practicing for SEA Games while playing in the MPL, while scrimming other teams as well. That might be a burnout, right? That might actually burn them out. And the fact that they're going to have to play MSC as well after SEA Games, more practice, more time spent in the game, not much rest. So it's a double-edged sword. You can put it as a negative or a positive for the Philippine squad right here. But for me, I feel like I can kind of see it as more of a negative here. Because for me, I really like teams or players who stay active, and I feel like that gives them the sharpness, you know? It makes their reaction, their game sense, it's all sharp. That's what I feel like, right? And that's the thing that I'm questioning about the PH Blacklist squad. The thing is, I would be fine. I would actually put Philippines as #1 if they had Oheb and Edward. Because I'm not saying that Al and Dominic are bad. I'm saying that Al and Dominic, I don't know how they're gonna perform against international teams, because again, I've never seen them in an international tournament, and that might be something that, you know, makes it or break it, you know? That's something that's really important, experience. And how are they going to synergize with VYs in this current patch is going to be something that's very, very important to note down as well. Haji, I don't need to talk about Haji, the guy's a fucking beast. VYs as well. The only point that I can mention about VYs is activity, right? And for Owl and Dominic, they're really good. I'm not saying they're not good, but how are they going to perform against teams on the big stage? You know, that's one of the doubts that I have. They're going to prove me wrong. They might prove me wrong, but I might be right as well, you know, because I haven't seen them on the international stage. Even with all those questions, they're still such a fucking solid team. They beat everyone. They beat NXPE in the finals of C-Bowl. They beat RSG. They're still definitely one of the top teams, if not the top team in Philippines. But yeah, I feel like it's still up there. And there's one extra point that I want to add. The fact that I've actually been looking it up, and some people in the Filipino community, some of the people in the Filipino community, they actually are bashing Blacklist or the Filipino representatives because they think that RSGPH would have been a better representative right now in the meta. So again, there's doubts as well coming in from the PH community, and that might be a hindrance towards the Filipino team.
Up stars keep me up at night, yeah. I can't think straight, need the light.